How do you think faster, speak clear and talk confidently with anyone at any given circumstances, even if you are shy or introvert? Well, today you'll get that answer in this video. I've been documenting my communication journey on this channel from past 1.5 years, where I have forcefully turned myself from a very shy guy who didn't know how to talk in front of camera to a pretty decent confident guy. Improving my communication skills has been the best thing I've ever done in my life. It has allowed me to make amazing friends, has given me confidence to share my thoughts with anyone, and most importantly, I'm confident to make these YouTube videos. If you want to speak confidently, either in group gatherings, one-on-one talk, either you are giving presentation or while you are making YouTube videos, just like this one, then this video is for you. Therefore, in this video, I'll share 5 speaking tricks that completely changed how I communicate. The fourth is the one that forced me to sound confident even if I was very scared. I call it the power of pause. Right now, I'm not saying anything important, nothing important, but still it's sounding important. But still you are curious what will come next. Why? I'm not talking very faster like this way, and I'm not saying all those things, but I'm just slowing down. When I started my journey, like communication journey, when I used to upload my first videos, all those things, what I used to believe is, or even when I gave the presentation, if I talk faster, then I'll sound really confident. So when I used to go to give presentation, I used to try to talk as fast as possible because I thought that will make me sound confident. Oh, this guy is talking so faster. That means he knows the thing that he's saying. That means he's confident. And in that time, when I used to do that, I used to have lots of filler words. You know, like, these all things happen. But later in my life, what I realized when I saw my own video, which my friend clicked, when I was giving presentation, that was the horrible thing that I had ever seen in my life. And then I realized, okay, you must slow down. In the next presentation, I decreased my voice, not decreased my voice, let's say decreased my pacing by 15%. If I normally talk in this way, now I talk in this way. I decreased by 15% and I took pauses intentionally. The presentation went really amazing. If you want to sound confident, even if you are not confident, then take more pauses. And when you take the pauses, you get the time to process the thing that I'm saying. Second is, there creates a curiosity loop in your mind that what will he say next? What is he gonna say? And all the powerful people, if you notice, they take pauses intentionally.
This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. Every once in a while,
and third thing, which is the best one, when you take the pauses, your all those filler words gets away. If you want to improve your communication skills with the exact technique that I use every day to talk confidently with anyone, then you can watch this video where I've explained every frameworks in detail. If you're watching this video, maybe you are monotone. You talk in a same level. And since your voice is monotone, it sounds really boring. But if you want to sound interesting, but if you want people to listen to you for a very longer time, and if you want to sound professional, then this technique will remove your monotone voice forever. I call it slow and fast talk. When I started my communication journey, the thing that I realized is I was missing something. I was missing that spark when I talked with any other person. You know that feeling when two people are talking with each other and instantly you get that spark. Instantly you get connected with that person. But in my case, it was not that. Like, there was no such spark. It was just a boring conversation type of thing. And when I dig down in it, why that happened, what I realized, no matter how interesting thing I was trying to say, but the way I was talking was really boring. But today, I don't sound boring because I learned the right technique. If you compare between great speaker and someone who is just starting, you'll instantly know the difference. And this is because of rate of speech. I call it slow and fast talk. Right now, I'm not talking really fast. I'm not saying anything important, and I'm just talking in a normal way. But no matter what I'm saying, it sounds important. Are you noticing this? I'm not saying anything important, but still the thing that I'm saying is sounding important. Why? Because I'm just slowing down. When you slow down and also decrease your voice, not only use the slow down, but when you slow down and decrease your voice, the thing that you say sounds important. And all those great speakers, what they do is they slow down intentionally, decrease their voice mixed with pauses to highlight something. If you look in a book, just like there is Atomic Habits, let's say this is a book and this page has 100 words. Now if you look at this page with 100 words, what happens? You don't know which word to look, which sentence to read. But in that entire page, if something is highlighted, if some words is in bold letters, then your eyes instantly goes to it because you relate it with something important. Therefore, when you're talking and you want to sound something important, like you may be talking in this way, normal way, but instantly if you want to make something sound important, just slow down, decrease your voice and take the pauses. But again, there is a contradict to this. If you want to show yourself as passionate about something, if you want to show yourself that you are really excited to talk about this thing, then just increase your loudness and talk faster, which I call fast talk. Because the moment you start to talk fast, it shows that the thing that you are saying sounds really interesting. You are really excited about that thing. And if you mix both the slow talk and fast talk with loudness fluctuation, sometimes low, sometimes high, you automatically remove your monotone voice forever. But building this habit is really difficult. And here's how you can do it. Grab your phone from the pocket, place it somewhere and record yourself for 5 minutes every single day. And once you record that video, don't instantly watch that video. Take 1 or 1.5 hour gap. You do anything in that time. And after 1 hour, go back to that video and watch that video. Recording yourself in front of camera for 5 minutes will be one of the difficult things if you do it for the first time. It will be really uncomfortable. But that one single video will show your communication level. It will show you all the mistakes that you do when you talk with someone. The day you look at your mistakes, you'll feel shit. You'll feel like, I'm not this person. However, here's the best part. From that day, everything that you do, you'll try to avoid talking in that way. Have you ever felt this? You know that feeling, right, when someone asks you a question or you are talking to that person and when you are just talking, at the middle you feel blank. Like, what do I have to say now? I know that feeling. And because you don't know what to say next, you start to ramble. You start to say anything. But this technique will help you to remove your rambling. When someone asks you a question, when you have to give your opinion, or when you are talking with someone, you want to say the best things about certain experience of your life, then this trick will actually help you. 3 basically means when someone asks you a question, or when you're sharing your best experience with someone, rather than taking all those cluttered thoughts, what you do is you just take the 3 things that you will say to them. Just 3 things. Now you fix the 3 things, but for each thing, you have lots of things to say in each stuff. The 2 resembles that you take pause for 2 seconds. So for 2 seconds, for each point, you will just cultivate that thought and keep it in clear order. 1 basically means deliver. So this is 3, 2, 1. You take the 3 things when you're talking to someone, you pause for 2 seconds for delivering each thing, and last, you deliver them. Now this helps you to have clear thoughts, it helps you to remove your rambling, and the best thing is it will help you to share your best thoughts in a clear possible way. There are mainly 2 ways to sound confident. The first is your verbal cues and the second is your visual cues. If you are strong verbally, if you apply all the verbal cues to sound confident, but if your hand is like this, and if you are just talking in this way, no matter how much pauses you are using, you won't sound confident. If you are moving your hands a lot, or if you are not showing your hand, or if you are folding your hand this way and talking, you won't sound confident. So every time when I used to talk with someone, I used to fold my hands and sometimes it used to be in pocket. What happened? Though I tried to sound confident, I didn't sound confident because there was no hand gestures. But if you look at the great leaders, they have open gestures. Their body supports what they are saying. 60% of the communication is visual. Therefore, stop having close hand gestures. Stop putting your hands in the pocket. Stop folding your hands when you're talking with someone. Because when you fold your hands, it shows that you don't want to talk with that person. You are just rejecting the vibe of that person. But if you show your palms to anyone, it shows that you are welcoming them. Do this gesture instead. I call it curiosity gesture. This one. When I'm talking with you this way, everything that I'm saying, it sounds, I'm curious about the things that I'm saying it to you. Or what you can do is you can hold a bottle in your hand. When you are going to a speaking events or when you are talking with anyone, you can just hold a bottle in your hand and talk. But don't do this mistake of holding your phone in your hand, because when you hold your phone, it looks like you are not interested in that person. Or you can do this, which is my favorite. Put your hand this way. When you put your hand this way, automatically you'll move your hand little bit. And even if you move your hand little bit, it sounds confident. The main thing when you're moving your hand is you keep your hand above your belly button and below your eyes, and this area, this circle is called power space. And when you move your hand here, you look much more powerful. The 5th speaking trick that will help you to sound confident is focus on the message but not words. I learned this technique after I became a YouTuber. I guess you have felt this, and I have felt this a lot. When you are talking with someone or when you are making YouTube videos, if you are a YouTuber, then you'll continuously think this thought that am I saying the good thing? Am I saying the right stuff? Is my hair looking good? Am I looking good? Is my hand gesture good or not? You continuously think about this thing. Still, when I'm making this video today, I'm feeling that. When you think all of this thing and you're self-centered towards yourself, then you'll forget to deliver your core message. The core thing that you wanted to say gets missed. And the effect of this was seen in my recent video. In this video, I had such a good points to say to you. But since I was uploading this video after 2 months and I wanted this video to be best, I gave all my script to ChatGPT and I said just refine the words. But in the process of reading that refined words and trying to make everything perfect, trying to sound good, I ruined that video. Therefore, focus on the message, not the words. If you focus on the words, you'll get ruined. You'll keep on repeating the same mistakes. You'll try to sound smart, you'll try to say good things, but you'll miss the core message. You'll miss the connection with the people. But if you focus on the message, you'll use your own experience, own stories, and you'll have own way of saying things that will make you unique. One of the biggest mistakes you make is trying very hard to sound smart. If your words are often ignored, if people don't take you seriously, this might be the reason why. If you're like me, I've always believed that the most interesting person in the room are the extroverts, who talk more, who laugh, who crack jokes, who make fun of others. And I always wanted to become like them because I was an introvert. And for introvert, becoming an extrovert is like such a good thing because you get likes, people will talk to you, you'll have new friends. So I tried to be like one. I started to crack jokes, which directly went to the toilet. I started to make fun, but soon enough, I could not sustain that for a very long time because that was not my nature. I felt like I was faking my personality. But later in my life, I started to notice this pattern. Those people who I thought were extrovert, who were cracking jokes, making fun of each other, who were laughing here and there, these people were not taken seriously. The people who over-explained stuff, the people who talked more were never taken seriously and no one respected them. But the person who was respected were actually opposite to them. The person who was respected didn't talk more, listened more, and just shared their opinion with others. That's when I realized the most interesting person in the room are not the extroverts of the world. The most interesting person in the room are the most interested ones, who talks less, listens more, gets excited in others people talk, and they ask you follow-up question by listening to you. If you look at the most powerful person in the world, they talk very less, they listen more. And you know what's the best part of listening more is, when you listen to someone, you automatically become powerful in their eyes because you are the one who is listening to them, no one else. So here are 5 things that we learned in this video. If you want to improve your communication skills with the exact technique that I use every day to talk confidently with anyone, then you can watch this video where I've explained every frameworks in detail. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.